And do you know how long you've had that type 1?
4 or 5.
Almost.
Almost 5 years.
He was really sick, and I still remember the look between the doctor and the nurse, and I just said, what is it? And they said, look, his sugar levels are really high. And that began our diabetes journey.
He was 10 and a half when he was diagnosed. He was diagnosed on March 8th of 2013, so it's been almost 5 years.
She was only 2.5 years old when she was diagnosed, so it was a totally new, foreign concept to us, having to give her shots on a daily basis, watch what she's eating, counting the carbs, and when they're little, they don't know any better. We blamed ourselves because I thought I gave her too much juice or gave her too many sweets, and then realized that no, we didn't do it to her. For that first month, it was just trying to figure out how to manage our new life, our new lifestyle, her new norm.
For the first year, we were doing the injections, normal injections, syringes, 4 times a day.
You can't explain to a 2.5-year-old why you are giving them a shot over and over again. It's tough.
Callum was lying on the bed and I put it in his leg and I burst into tears. And here's my, then 9-year-old kid rubbing my back and going, "It's okay, Mum, you did good, Mum, it's all right, it didn't hurt, Mum, you're doing good." And I'm just like, man, I'm supposed to be the mum, and here's my kid, super trooper, comforting me.
And because of the fact that he really didn't like getting the shots, we didn't gain any weight for quite a long time because he didn't want to eat any extra food. He'd decide what he was going to eat it, and even if he was hungry, he'd opt not to eat anymore because he didn't want to have to take that extra shot.
You think about it subconsciously, like, oh, we're going here, I wonder what he's going to eat, how much insulin is he going to need, will he have dessert afterwards, how many needles are we going to have to bring?
About a year after he was diagnosed, we requested to get a pump, and he's been on a Medtronic pump now for 4 years.
By the time that we went onto the pump and her continuous glucose monitor, that was life-changing for us because she could eat when she wanted. We didn't have to give her a shot every single time she needed to eat. She enjoyed getting it put on knowing she wasn't having a shot for another 3 days.
With this, we don't have to sit and watch numbers all the time. I mean, it's watching the numbers for us and it's doing what needs to be done, as opposed to us watching the numbers and going, okay, how do we fix this number? Is it more sugar? Is it more insulin? What do we need to do? Where it's like, okay, we don't have to do that anymore. By telling people about his story and then all the things he can do and all his new advancements, it shows that you can continue and not have to have your life focused around it.
But Jack for Callum is a great role model, and it's so important, I think, when you're 10 years old to have role models, especially when you're dealing with diabetes as well. And he knows he can ask Jack anything at any time, and Jack's very upfront. And that's been a huge blessing, I think, for Callum. And for us as parents, we talk to Katie and Jack's mum and say, what did you do when this happened? And there's a lovely community feel that we have there. And JDRF is great with that and setting up the communities to help new families like us adjust to the diagnosis because they've been there and they know what it's like.
When I think of JDRF, I think of people that will care and help out the community, and they're kind of like family to us.
Yeah, I would say I see JDRF as an extended family.
Having the support of friends that know what you're dealing with as a parent daily. Having her have friends that understand what she's dealing with because they're dealing with the same thing. on a daily basis is huge.
It's a big help for me, like they're always looking out for me. They're always helping me. They're always still giving out information.
They're going to be the ones that help us get where we need to be. And they're the only ones that solely fund type 1 diabetes research. So we're like all in.
I think all these kids with T1D, they just have this super inner strength that carries them through life, everyday life, you know. I don't know how they do it. It's amazing.
Don't let it define who she is, but it has made her who she is. And she is one of the bravest girls we know.
One day I hope they will find a cure.